fresh produce, there's usually around 10 different types of fresh produce, most grown locally. And then there's at least 2 or 3 different types of proteins, dairy, eggs, and cheese and milk under the dairy. So I think that's, so going into the town of Zebulon, I'm not going to spoil anything, but there is a pilot program planned for the town of Zebulon, and I'm going to ask Hannah to come in there. But we have some dates picked out for this pilot program. So Hannah, you can take it from here and maybe tell us what you expect for this program, this pilot, and then we'll open it for questions. Thank you all.
Okay, so if you look at the flyer that I passed out, it's in the big stack that's paper clipped. There is about 25 in that stack, and these are yours to keep. And we want you to distribute these the best you can to the people in your organization. So this flyer basically has the pilot program information that we've picked for Zebulon. So as you see on the flyer and up on the TV, we are going to start this program October 27th. It's going to be on a Thursday. So it will be a pilot program. It'll run October 27th through November 17th. And it'll be from 5 o'clock to 7:30 p.m. here at the community center. The bus will be parked out front, and we will also have opportunities for your organizations and any other organizations Zebulon to kind of partner with us, or if you want to come out and advertise or help volunteer, like she was saying, kind of do some programming there. If there are nutrition services or just programs that you have going on with your organization that may benefit the community, we'd love to have you come out and like set up beside the bus and distribute information for that as well. So this voucher right here that I have in the stack, they are going to be redeemable for $5 or $10 vouchers. So the voucher is also in the stack somewhere on the table with your pile of papers. These are an example voucher. So what a typical situation would look like is you distribute these flyers, like if you're a food bank and you're distributing food already weekly, you may want to give out some of these flyers when you give out some of your food. And at that time, they take the flyer home with them, they learn about the program, they come out to the mobile market, and when they come to the mobile market, they take the flyer with them, they turn it in at the bus, and we'll have one of our Zebulon Parks and Rec staff will be out there. We'll collect the flyer, and then we'll exchange that flyer for a $5 or $10 voucher. We have guidelines in place that we've not finalized on if it'll be $5 or $10, but that'll be determined and advertised later. So they'll get the voucher, they take it into the bus. If they want to use it that day, they're more than welcome to. If not, they can bring it back, and it's redeemable throughout the 4-week period. So that's on the voucher. This is just an example of what they look like, and it's got the dates on the back if I said they don't want to spend it. That way they know where we'll be and when we'll be and when it's valid. The other flyer is just ways that you can kind of elaborate if you want to grow the program. So I've had a couple organizations that I've talked to that have reached out. The town of Zebulon has an amount of money that we've budgeted for this program, and that's what we're doing with the vouchers. We are possibly partnering with Lake County to get more funds to distribute more vouchers. But if your organization or your church has money set aside and you want to help with food insecurity, you can purchase more vouchers to distribute directly to your organization or through your organization. So for example, I keep using like a food bank or food pantry. If you already have a select number of people who are coming out weekly getting food from you guys and you want to expand upon that, you can purchase more vouchers and we'll distribute them to you to distribute to your organization, and they can be redeemed at the mobile market. And if you have questions about that, you can reach out directly to me on how that whole process works. And then we also, like I said, we'll have opportunity for growth and partnerships. So if you want to set up like a programming or an informational space near the mobile market while we have it set up here, we're more than welcome to collaborate and figure out how that looks for your organization specifically. And then as far as distribution, I pretty much gave all of the examples already. But if you, basically the citizens would bring the flyer, and then they'll exchange that for the voucher, and then they'll be able to use it on the bus. The Rap Revival group will collect the vouchers, and then we'll track them and handle everything on the backside. But that's pretty much the highlight of it. And if you guys have any questions, I'll be glad to answer them along with
that anyone can come shop.
Yeah, anybody can come shop. It will be completely open to the public, and like she said, it is a pay what you can or pay it forward program. So not everyone that shops at the bus is going to be food insecure. They may just see it, and I mean, obviously they have a pretty cool following if you check them out on social media. So you may just want to come by on your way after work and grab some food to take home and cook dinner. That's absolutely fine. You can pay it forward. You can pay, like she said, suggested retail, or you can get with organizations and get vouchers for that product as well. Questions, comments, feedback, anything?
Does this feel like a tool or an asset that would serve your community, that you feel like it would serve your community well? Or do you see it, what are some ways that you're kind of thinking of introducing it to your community?
So the Methodist Church has a food bank,
Mm-hmm.
and they operate Tuesdays and Thursdays. People can come in and they can pick up their food. They've got vouchers for their food. Passing these flyers out to those people, I think that it will get some traction that way. They're going to see, hey, they realize that they're going to get some free food, and it's not that far away. I think that would be good. How far out do you radiate for harvesting vegetables from other farmers? Now you're based in Rock.
So Ripe Revival, the parent company, or the nonprofit, the parent company is an aggregator of fresh produce and North Carolina products. So we have, and also that parent company operates a food delivery service, like a home delivery service. So they aggregate local products, put it in a box, ship it to someone's house, via hand delivery. So there is infrastructure of picking up crops, picking up products, and bringing it back to Rocky Mount.
Okay, so I didn't know how far out they traveled because Kay and Jason Brown are,
Yep.
you know them. Okay, never mind.
Sweet potatoes.
Yeah, but they have, 1,000 acres, and I didn't know if they'd been approached to maybe grow something other than sweet potatoes. But
Did you all visit Jason? Our CEO just visited Jason the other day, right? Well, we
Michelle
talked.
went.
Michelle,
Yeah.
yes, or another team member. So we know them, we've met them. We would happily accept sweet potatoes or another crop if they wanted to produce another crop, for sure.
so I have a unique job. I'm a beekeeper. And so I have relationships with a lot of farmers because we get various types of farming from various types of crops. And so I know a few farmers in Tarboro that might be interested in growing alternative, an alternate crop other than corn or cotton, clary sage, whatever. So if you want to get together afterwards,
Yeah.
we could probably, I could share that information with you, and you could drop my name and call them and
Please.
see what.
Yeah, I mean, remember the mission, revive communities through food. I like the vision of starting little revivals, and that's both on the farm end and the people end, right? So pouring into communities and giving back to their farmers by creating another outlet for their crops, that's gonna revive the community just as well as nourishing them with healthy food. So I think it's both ends. So yeah, I would welcome any connections you have.
Okay.
And we want to distribute as much fresh and frozen and healthy food as possible, right? So we want to build more demand for local products.
Is there any other questions or feedback, comments?
I have just a question
Yes.
on our staff. It's a question or call up front for the bus meeting. Do you have to give something? Like, they come on the bus?
Do not.
Okay.
No. We have a staff member or a volunteer. Again, this volunteer could be on behalf of the town or someone who volunteers on the town to be a friendly face, a familiar face, that words it. We have a script that words it discreetly too, like, here's a suggested price, you tell me what you feel comfortable paying today. And if that's nothing, then there's, okay, you're fine, have a great day.
And is there any type of limit, like if you come on the bus, you can get so many things?
Yeah, sometimes we limit things like proteins, so like animal proteins, just for sake of making sure it lasts. Make sure they don't clean us out of all the expensive animal proteins. And And that's, it's posted on the bus if there is on the net. But usually no limits to anything fresh.
Yes, ma'am.
If you get enough volunteers and everything, would you consider having the bus here more on a regular basis?
I was leading to that. This is our, if everyone here, I mean, obviously we're gonna try the pilot program and see how it works. But we will do like a debrief session and kind of get some feedback throughout the program, see how it's going, and kind of reevaluate after we have responses and feedback from this pilot program. Our goal is to use this as a learning experience, and then next calendar year, if everything goes according to plan, we would like to partner with them again and bring it more routinely throughout the year. It may be, depending on how successful it is, it may be every week, every 2 weeks, once a month. But we want to definitely keep it in Zebulon, around Zebulon, and serve the citizens of the town the best we can, as long as everything goes successful, and kind of get some community input and see how the community likes it.
Okay.